Ladies and gentlemen, Netflix hit all-time highs. Was it fake news? We will find out shortly. Fed drama. Tomorrow morning, look forward to more drama with the ECB. Going to be speaking tomorrow early in the morning before the market opens. Our precise daily stock levels on every major important name. Our game plan in Forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Gentlemen, welcome to the Newsbeat Show. We're going to talk about a list of things. Oh, we should change this to 102. We'll just call this drama because that is the type of stuff that is happening here. And let's just go right into the mix this morning. We're going to start off with Netflix hitting all-time highs. Beautiful breakout on the chart. Continuation pattern to the upside. Expect every analyst, their neighbors, their grandmothers, their best friends, cousins coming out and upgrading this stock either tomorrow or the day after. Every time Netflix manages to pop up here, I'm expecting more of those $400 targets. If you remember last week, we predicted that and we got some of those upgrades to the upside as well. That was a very important thing to look at. But was it fake news? Was it fake news? It was fake news because it came out literally in the intraday. I'll show you exactly what happens on the 5-minute chart. And basically, Goldman Sachs came out with a 490 target this morning, and that was good enough for Netflix to grind higher throughout the day. And then all of a sudden, after 12:15, you could see on the bottom here that volume picked up. That volume picked up out of nowhere, and then literally in less than 20 minutes, Netflix went from about 376 to 384 and a quarter in 20 minutes. It literally popped 8 points, a little over $8, 31 cents, $8.31 in less than 20 minutes. So what happened? Okay, what happened? What happened here? Well, Netflix is going to bringing an exclusive. They're going to bring Minecraft and story mode to service and non-traditional games, and they're even going to be offering Stranger Things the video games. There's just one caveat. They're full of what you do after you drink your morning coffee. That is what it is. This is fake news. They're full of it. I don't know which person is responsible, but this is the website if you want to know. Fake news website right here, which moved the market today, techradar.com. Coming out right here is the URL from the website up here, techradar.com. They came out and they said that Netflix is going to be doing, all these things, how it's going to work. They had Netflix might not be alone. They have updates. It's a job listing on Netflix website for a manager of interactive licensing. And somebody took this information, and this is right off Netflix.com, by the way, talking about a manager of interactive licensing. Why is a manager of interactive? Well, when you're interacting with something, when I scroll through my Netflix to get to a different show, recently watched, Netflix originals, tunes, whatever it is, I'm interacting with Netflix. But this is interactive licensing. So they're licensing for somebody for interaction. And for some reason, it just spun into magically. It spun in magically for games, and they even mentioned it on the website. Develop go-to-market plans with interactive partners that leads to strong demand for our games. So it was literally on the website, but so everything looks legitimate, Mark. What's going on here? Why are you calling it fake news? Why? Well, what happened was Netflix literally says they're not adding games to its service. They are not adding games to their service, according to Bloomberg. I'll teach you how to translate that. I'll teach you how to translate this fake news drama. So Netflix literally came out saying, according to Bloomberg, the company is producing an interactive Minecraft series for kids and licensing Stranger Things for video games. But it's saying that it's not adding games to its service and that everything they said there was false. Let me tell you what's actually happening. For those who don't know how to put two and two together, I've, smelled this fake news as as runner of the Newsbeat live community, it'd be kind of funny if I couldn't sniff out fake news, right? So what Netflix is likely going to do, and no, I don't have a link to the website, just based on everything that unfolded today, Netflix is going to create a standalone thing. It's not going to be like you're looking at your Netflix thing going for a movie and, oh, you know what, I'll play a video game. No, Netflix is actually going to create a streaming video game service, and it's going to be completely segregated from the TV shows and movie units in which you're using now on Netflix. There's going to be a separate game unit and a separate streaming unit. Again, you can't read that anywhere. You can't hear that anywhere except from me because I'm the first person talking about this, at least outside the private rooms of Netflix studios. It's obvious to me that that's what's happening on Netflix. Nonetheless, if Netflix does this, they're going to have to spin off. They're going to have to spin off this gaming unit at least. I'm not saying it's going to be a stock spin off, but it could be a separate company potentially, and that's going to bring added value and added market for Netflix. They're going to dip into the video game market, and if they get Minecraft, they start designing video games based on their popular Netflix originals like Stranger Things, and there's a thousand other shows. I mean, you could do a Jessica Jones, you could do a Luke Cage, and you'll have that big dude from Luke Cage and that little skinny girl from Jessica Jones beating the crap out of people. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and that's what Netflix is going to do. I'm still extremely bullish on Netflix despite the fake news today. I do think there's a good chance we're going to run to $400 on the name, and it might happen this week. I just insinuated a $20 move higher on Netflix this week. Netflix might go again. I'll repeat it because it sounds unbelievable because tomorrow's Thursday, right? So in 2 trading days, Netflix could go to $400 potentially. I think that pretty much summed that one up. And then, of course, we'll get to our levels. But first, the Fed drama. So the Fed came out today and opened up their mouth, and pretty much this is the important thing of what happened here. So the market started flushing as the Fed spoke. Did the Fed's words sound bearish? No, it didn't sound bearish, but the market started flushing. We started heading lower, and looking at the daily here of the triple Qs, it was a little dangerous because you see this ascending resistance trend line here. Notice one thing, we have never closed above it. Banged against it on June 6th, failed. Banged against it on June 7th, failed. Banged against it yesterday and failed. Banged against it today and failed. By failed, I mean you close the day underneath the trend line. The odds of us gapping down tomorrow are very high. Keep in mind, I'm not Captain Hindsight. The Qs are down 3 cents. That is not what I mean by a gap down. The spiders are down 12 cents. That is not what I mean by a gap down. Let me tell you what I mean by a gap down. I'm not that person who's looking to be right. I would rather be wrong and actually have the what's the Spanish word? Cojones, huevos, to actually say what I feel, say what I want. I'd rather predict something, put my money behind something and be wrong than to just sound like I'm always right, based on if we go here then this, if we go there then that. You got to be very specific. I think the Qs could gap down 50, 60, 70, 80 cents tomorrow. You see it after hours now, it's down 3 cents. You have to see what this ECB is going to say. The ECB will move the market. We are literally taking the faith of our market and putting it in European hands. Who knows what's going to happen? Might be wrong. I did take some Apple puts, by the way, in case the market does gap down. Apple down 4 cents at the moment. Believe me, my puts won't be doing well if Apple gaps down 4 cents tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So that is the incoming ECB. That's the European Central Bank drama. How about I give you levels on every single name that you could be watching in terms of, I hope they're one of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names that I'm showing you here. So let's go right into the triple Qs. All right, here is the bottom line when it comes to the triple Qs. If you're going to break down on the triple Qs, if you're going to break down tomorrow, the key level to hold below $175.49. You break below there and you could flush lower. Now, I don't want you to come and say, oh, Mark is bearish on the market. What is he thinking? The market hit all-time highs today in terms of the triple Qs. What is he doing? I'm calling a short-term move for tomorrow, right? Yes, overall, the market is very strong. No, I'm not jinxing. No, I'm not putting down. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying the market is an overall negative thing. Look at the weekly. Does that look bearish to you? Does this weekly look bearish to you? Of course it doesn't. Market hit all-time highs today on the Qs. Not bearish, but we do go down tomorrow. That is my call. It's a very bold call, and I did bet on it via Apple puts. So 175.49, key level to break down in Apple. Let's look at your spiders. Another stock that put in a little bit of a bearish engulfing bar. If we're going to break down on the spiders tomorrow, here's the key level to watch. $277.51. I'm trying to streamline it where I'm going to show you a page of all the levels. I didn't get a chance to prepare it. I had to put on this sexy shirt for you guys, and I didn't get a chance to do some of the other things in which I wanted to do. But nonetheless, that is your breakdown. $277.51 on your spiders. That's your algorithmic support level. You break that level, look out below. You elevated in volume today, look out below. In terms of resistance, if you're going to break to the upside, you could just simply watch the silly level of today's high, 279.48. Fang names, Facebook, support, tomorrow, $190.81. That is your algorithmic support. If you break there, I'm looking at a potential target of 188.80. Breakout level on Facebook will be all-time highs, which is, of course, to the penny, $195. Apple, where I'd like to short Apple tomorrow if it goes up against my put position, $191.58. Breakdown on Apple tomorrow for a follow through to the downside, $190.44. The level in which I look to start buying Apple tomorrow. If you flush underneath 189 and a quarter. Amazon, very bullish as well. Had trouble holding here with this rising wedge. Key level tomorrow of resistance in Amazon, $1,708.60. Your key breakdown level in Amazon, $1,698.39. And again, if you miss some of these levels in the future, I promise you I'm going to make it a lot easier. This is a new thing in which I'm offering the levels, and I do appreciate you guys bearing with me as I try to bring some value to you here. Okay, Netflix, amazing. However, if you're looking for a pullback to support, $368.57 and your breakout level $384.25. Remember, I did put a $400 target on it and a phenomenally bold call. There's a good chance, I'm not saying 100%, I'm throwing all my money on it. I'm just saying there's a great chance Netflix hits $400 by Friday. Maybe next week would be more probable, of course, because it's 20 points away. We have 2 days left for the week. Last but not least, Google, GOOGL. And taking a look at Google here, it's kind of interesting setup here on Google. True resistance, if I'm looking to short it, $1,153.04 is where I would look to potentially short Google tomorrow. And if you're going to break down, I want to break down underneath this trigger represented by your Tuesday low, $1,141.02. Of course, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share my game plan with you. Again, disclosure, I bought some lotto calls in this because I wanted to see if it could gap up tomorrow despite the market gapping down. So I bought some $8 calls, nothing major. Look for a breakout of today's high in Galectin Therapeutics. That's $8, which is today's high. It's showing up a nickel after hours. That means absolutely nothing to me, but we'll see if we could break through $8 tomorrow in Galectin. You guys wanted all my live Forex orders, I finally had a winning trade after a couple losing trades today. And of course, that's if, let's see, I'm going to just pull up my software. Yeah. Yeah, it was the Aussie US dollar. Very nice trade there. Good for just short of $20,000 profit on Aussie dollar, US dollar. But if you guys want my new Forex orders, let me just pull them up for you. Right over here. These are my live pending orders. You get to where I'm buying these currencies 5 decimal places out. I'm not going to show you lines. I'm not going to show you moving averages. I'm not going to show you how I develop these levels. Actually, I do. There is a way to find out how I develop these levels. And actually, if you go to t3live.com/100, the number 100, we're actually selling out of one of the most phenomenal deals based on our 100th episode of the Newsbeat show. And it's right over here. As you can see, again, just a little small promotion here. You get to literally see how I do come up with these Forex levels, as well as every single level that I share with you every day, how I make money consistently using these levels on a week in and week out basis, on a day in, day out basis. And basically, I teach you the Algo Buster strategy. It's a $495 value. You get the pre recorded course, you get full access to the new live course, and you get 30 days, 1 month in the room. And instead of paying $485 for this, you could pay just $95, but there's 57 spots, or there's 1 day, 21 hours, 11 minutes left. And if you are interested in this deal, again, the website link is right over there, t3live.com/100. You'll also find a link within the description of this video. Going back here to my Forex trades, I found all these Forex trades based off all these trend lines. You get exactly 5 spots out of where exactly I'm placing my bid. If I get filled on these bids and I get stopped out for a loss, this is exactly where I'm getting stopped out. If I get filled on these bids and I make money and it goes in my favor, this is where my take profit levels are. Buy, US standard lots in size, symbol, price, stop loss, take profit. You get it all for free just for being a viewer of the Newsbeat show. And of course, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our full stock analysis. I analyze more than just the Qs, Spiders, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. I do tons of other names, and I answer all your questions and show you exactly the levels, exactly what I think about the stocks that you are potentially watching and are looking to trade. Of course, that is for Newsbeat Live members only. If you sign up for the thing at t3live.com, you not only get a free recorded course from the prior course, which I do off the cuff, so it's a different course every time. You get the new live course, and you get 30 days access to the Newsbeat live rooms where I call out my trades in real time, making it as easy to follow as humanly possible. We are the fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.